Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. It seems that our connectivity issues have been resolved, and we have the Springbok captain, Kolisi, and assistant coach Mzwandile Stick ready for our eve of match captains press conference. Good afternoon, Brisbane time, gentlemen. I hope you can hear me.
Afternoon, Ryan. Nice and clear. Perfect.
Very all good, all good. Thank you. Right, ladies and gents, thanks for your patience. We are up and running, ready to go. If I can have, by show of hands, an indication of who wants to set us off with this captain's press conference, then we can start. Thank you very much. That's right. I see Etenkosi. You can start. Thank you very much.
Hi, Ryan. Is it fine if I can ask Mimposa? Or should I wait for Ita?
I'd prefer us to do that at the end. If you have an English
Yeah.
question now, then it's fine. Yes, you can start. It's fine.
Okay. Molweni madoda mandinibulise man for me man.
Mola that.
Mole. Coach Sticks ngicela ubuza njena wena as umqeqeshi we-backline. I-performance ye-department yakho during this leg yase-overseas, how would you ungayibeka njani xa usera uyi-summarize wena, and just also paying attention to umdlali ofana noMagazole Mapimpi plus noLukhanyo naye beqalisa nje ukudlala ne-Australia uLukhanyo yena, how would you sum up i-performance yabo for abantu bakuthi abanganayo i-TV babukela masitsho njalo? And then wena Nkokheli siye ngicela ubuza manibhoti, nina as abadlali going to lo mdlalo lo wangomso niziva njani, i-motivation injani just for uwina ukubana nibuyise esa spirit apha kuni kwi-camp ahead of internationals ezizawuzayo ngoNovember? Ngosibhuti.
Yeah, athi okokuqala si-team sonke we asiko happy kakhulu zi-results and noko i-performance yethu ifujongile kumdlalo wokuqala against Australia with 20 seconds left on the clock. Lapha siluza umdlalo kodwa siyalidisha. Into ezinjalo nalowo mdlalo we-New Zealand kushiyeke imizuzu emibini ebaleni and then bafumana i-penalty. So zininzi izinto noko esifuneke si-improvile kuzo, more especially into ye-discipline. But xa usiza kwi-backline, i-backline yethu siyayazi uba i-backline kudala bedlala kuyo, and ngabantu nabo bakhona sometimes i-off days, yabona kufumaniseke abantu abaperforme, but siyayazi ngabafana but the same players abasiwinele i-World Cup, the same players abasiwinele i-Championship before, the same players abasiwinela i-British and Irish series. So yeah, personally njengomqeqeshi there's a lot of room for improvement, but ukuya kula madlalo ubuthetha ngayo Lukhanyo noMagazole, uyayazi kakhulu kaloku athi indlela esisuka kuyo thina, more especially uJong Magazole umuntu osuka ngapha ezilalini. I hope in the future also bakhona uMagazole abazawuphinda baphumelele bafumane opportunity, and ndiyayithanda indlela bayisebenzisa ngayo nembeko yabo, idiscipline yabo ikubonakalisa laa nto uba umuntu xa efumana i-opportunity ebomini uyakwazi nokusebenzisa noba usuka apha i-background yakhe. So otherwise ukugqibelisa yonke into tata, into ebalulekileyo ngokungomso, we want to make sure that ito yethu siyibhala kakuhle, noko lixesha elinzima kakhulu ukuthi being away from home for about 4 months, yabona sikhumbula iifactors zethu, but kodwa ke now siyayazi uba i-supporters zethu ziyayinida le winner tomorrow, so we will do everything in our powers to make sure siyawinela again.
Yeah, but umoya wethu uphansi kakhulu obviously i-matches i-3 sikiwe and siqhelanga since kufike i-management entsha siluze ihlobo, kodwa ayitshintshe into loo nto leyo ngendlela esebenza ngalo thina apha phakathi evekini msebenzini zayo, and obviously siyayijonga igame and noba udlale kakuhle ngumntu oyi-1 okanye ibhek idlale kakuhle awukwazi uziva kakuhle xa utyiwe. So inzima kakhulu loo nto leyo kuthi, and asikwazi uyekelela kodwa kwasasinceda nto loo nto, but sijongile kulo mdlalo ngomso sanikela yonke into isemandleni ethu and sisebenze kakuhle kule veki. And yeah, kule veki play ibuhlungu kakhulu ityiwe lahlobo after sifake onke amandla ethu into uba siwine laa mdlali, but akho nto sinoyenza ngalaa mdlalo ugqithileyo nomdlalo phambili ngoku. So sasebenza thina, sisebenzile thina and sashare into ebaleni ngomso.
Ndabulela bhuti.
Sure.
Thank you, gentlemen. Right. Ken Boland.
Thanks, Sharon. Good day to you. Good day, Sia, Mzwandile. Sia, the last time South Africa won 3 games in a row was back in 2016. I'm sure you guys don't think this way, but what would you say to convince your fans who are worried that it's a return to those bad old days of 2016? What would you say to convince them that it's not that?
There's nothing I can say to convince anyone of those kind of things. It's only about the way we play, and that's all we as a team, we can offer as a team is the effort that we put in, and we put in the effort in the week, but it's tough, we win a game where it's all about results at the end of the day, and the results are not showing that, but the effort is there, the attitude is there, and that's the same thing that we want to arrive with tomorrow, and hopefully take the opportunities that we get. But I've learned that it's better to say I did so than that's what I said, you know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing for us, is to just play and hopefully get a result tomorrow, and hopefully our effort, you can see that we're not giving up. We don't even think about those kind of stuff like you said, but the only way you tell people that is by winning and the effort that you put in.
Thanks, yeah. Hi, Ashfaq.
Assalamu alaikum, Mulweni. Good afternoon, guys. Ryan just mentioned at the start of before the pressure started that you guys have been there like what now, 7-8 weeks in Australia, and that's almost like a duration of a World Cup. Obviously it's a different format, but in terms of Sia, physically, how do you guys feel? Also the Super Rugby tour, it's normally 4 weeks, and the 4th week is a bit difficult to handle, just in terms of getting that intensity up. And Stoker, for you, just in terms of tomorrow's game, what do you think you guys need to do differently this time around to get that win? You guys just came 2 points short the last time. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make I don't know. We're fine. I think our trainings are proper. We're doing the things that we wanna get on the field. And I thought on Saturday we brought the intensity. I don't know how you saw the game, but I thought we brought the intensity, and I think we just didn't take opportunities that were in front of us. But physically, I mean, we're going in. We can't think of Of course, we miss our families and everything, but we're here to do a job, and we knew what we signed up for before we even got on the plane. So we're fine. I think our trainings have been on point, and when we play as well in the game, I mean, we lost in the last 2 minutes, so I thought our intensity was good in the game, and this week as well, our preparation was really good. Obviously, the moods are down because we're losing the whole time, so that dampens the mood more than anything else. We don't think about how long we've been here. That's, maybe it does, we don't know, maybe plays a thing in your mind, but for our focus is to make sure that we finish this tour strong, and that's why we're here. And there's so many players would love this opportunity to be here right now. So I can't be thinking there's guys who've been here the whole time and haven't played a single game. So I don't have the right to complain and moan, because guys are training week in, week out, standing there showing us pictures, not getting the opportunity to play. It would be very selfish of me to think about myself, and people at home are supporting us as well. We really don't have the right, we have responsibility because we agreed before we left the plane. We knew what the terms and conditions were. So yeah, we're fine, and the intensity is good at training, and hopefully it can show tomorrow in the game.
Yeah, Ashfaq, I think one thing from my side regarding the last game we played against the All Blacks is, the nature of the game between the two teams. The team that takes their opportunities, they've got a good chance to win the game. It's always a tough game to play against them. They're a great side. I feel like last week, probably you're not going to get 5 opportunities to score against them. So I feel like probably if you have to win the game against them, when you get an opportunity, you need to take it. I think that's something that we need to improve this week. If we get an opportunity, we must be able to convert it into points. But like Sia said earlier on, you could see the energy levels when they played, the intensity, how physical we were in that game. And we were in the game until the last second of the game, so we're not going to really change much. I think our plan was working in the game. We just need to make sure that when we get those opportunities, we just convert them into points. Yeah, that's it from our side.
Thank you, Stocker. Fatima?
Morning, Ryan. Morning, Sia. Morning, Coach. Sia, I just had a question for you. And I had a question for Coach Stick. Sia, just for the last few games, obviously, despite anything that happened, you had a very good performance in last week's game. Just to maintain that standard of play that you don't want to drop, and that 100% tackle success. How would you go about that this week?
You're talking about us as a team, or me individually? I think, yeah, I was speaking earlier to Matt, like it's obviously we as an individual you have to bring your part, but the ultimate thing for us, we only win. An individual wins when the team wins, and that's the tough part. There's so many guys who have great games, but the ultimate thing is the scoreboard at the end of the day, So all I've been sitting this week, like, what can I do to be better this week? Because I really obviously have to be much better than I was in the previous weekend. That's the hardest thing in professional sport, is being consistent all the time. And that's why great players and great teams maintain it. It's been because they're consistent all the time, no matter who they're playing against. So for me, I've just looked at this week and I saw so many opportunities where I could have been better, and that's what we focus on as a team. And for me personally as well, there's a lot of times where I did something good, and straight after that, I kind of have I don't know, I just have a lapse of concentration where I could have had another opportunity in a row. That's the constant thing. You want to be in as many battles as possible. So that's my challenge tomorrow. I want to make sure I'm at my best, and for the rest of the team, and make sure I make someone who's next to me better as well. So that's the biggest thing. Individually, you can feel as good as you want, but if the team loses, that it means, for us as a team, it means nothing to us. So we just want to make sure that is always the most important thing. That's what we've learned as well. The jersey, is the jersey, the country, and the people that we're playing for. That's the most important thing. So that's why, it's better. You can, I want to be better this week. That's all I can say. There's so much more. When I'm looking at the game, the clips coach sends me and say he has an opportunity where he could have done something, and that's the important thing. Making sure I'm growing the whole time. And if I'm happy one day with my performance, and I don't think I can be better, then I know then it's time maybe for me to retire. So yeah, us as a team, each individual wants to make sure they're good so that the team can win.
Thanks, Sia. Coach, my question for you was just in terms of defensive reads in the game, just improving on that and preventing the ball from getting, from going wide. That's always been a constant threat for the team. Is that something that you've also looked at this week, just improving on the defensive reads?
Yeah, Fatima, I think if you look at the performance last week, more especially with the defense, New Zealand scored only 1 try. And how we defended, how we were physically in collision. And we know the All Blacks, they're a very dangerous side with ball in hand. And we knew that's always going to be a challenge because they've got a very skillful individuals in their team, players with an X factor. So you have to be at your best in order to be able to have a good 80 minutes against them. And I think if you look at last week regarding how many tries were scored against us, it was one, which was good performance when it comes to defense. But we just need to get better, in our discipline, where we don't give them easy soft points, those 3 points. Do you understand? So hopefully our discipline will be better tomorrow. But defensively, I think we were in a good space last week.
Thanks, Fatima. Thanks, Coach Stick. Khaniso?
Can I ask ngesixhosa please?
Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Khaniso.
Okay. No man zawuhlula man imibuzo maqale ngawo man wena xhaka man. Khakusicacisele man. Khakusicacisele man namsiyana man ba le ndlela ye ugqiya man. Sorry man, sorry bra. Khakuncacisele man le ndlela nihambileyo man ye-rugby championship. Binjani for nina nisuke eMzantsi Afrika nibe nidlale irugby eninzi nivalelekile ngoku nise-Australia ngoku nehlobo ningathi fike niqabilise umcimbi ngapha nje khakucacisele uba le ndlela ye-rugby championship binjani for nina niliqela nje uba khange nidlale nombhoxo kulo nyaka pheleyo nizawufika niphumle funeke niphinde niqabele ke ngoku nibheke e-Europe xa senigqibile. And ke for wena ke Bomoy man andiyazi uba mhlawumbi nibhizi kakhulu man nalento ne-rugby championship apho kodwa zikhona nje izinto nizithathileyo nizokwazi mhlawumbi ke nibona nizasebenzisa bhetere na xa nikhenketha e-Europe and mhlawumbi ke le midlalo ke ye-URC bikhe yadlala inbeke pho kwangoku.
No, but besivuya thina kakhulu pha sifumene ithuba lodlala unyaka wonke phelile singadlalanga for uMzantsi. So no, bengakhona iyafana like i-COVID for i-countries andiyazi beqhubeka ntoni kwezinye i-country ngoba bedlala bona but siyazi imeko besikuyo eMzantsi, you know, but kodwa into ebalulekileyo siyadaptile, you know, ngoba sisemzantsi ngoba ehlele ezihotele bekunzima like andizokwazi noyifihla loo nto si-South Africa singaboni abantu iifemeli zethu umndeni wethu yonke laa nto but into ebalulekileyo besisebaleni bedlala irugby and nangoku size apha Australia, you know, sixelelwe before ixesha before sihambe sayazi uba siyaphi and saxelelwa ii-rules uba sihamba for ixesha elingakanani funeka sifike iiveki ezimbini sihlale ezirumini yotreyini uphinde ubuyele erumini akwazi ubona abantu nawukwazi uphuma besiyazi yonke loo nto leyo and thina besifuna nje udlala irugby so sazi apha and i-results ayibonise hlobo esebenze ngalo and yeah le inzima kakhulu but i-results zenza yonke into ibe-damp yonke into ingabikho right so because into ebalulekileyo uba siwinile okanye siluzanga so andikwazi nokuthi siyabavuyela umdlalo uthile udlalile okanye wena udlale kakuhle awukwazi xa utyiwe. Into ebalulekileyo uba itimu ayiwine so akho nto nokompleyina ngayo akho excuse noyenza uba bekutheni ayizuncedana into leyo. Into ebalulekileyo ngumngomso basofumana i-result ngomso sitshintshe le nto sijonge phambili yabo. Into ebalulekileyo yindlela esifike ngayo ebaleni, i-attitude yethu ne-effort yethu inhlelo umsebenzi wethu funeka abonakale ngomso. Enye nenye siyabona emva kwani kwazi ukhontrola basawuthini isikopoti but xa sifumene amathuba konyanzeleke siwathathe ngomso because awafiki manintsi la mathuba. Onyanzelekele umntu abize sonke masime ngeenyawo xa ubona ithuba phambi kwakho ubize ithuba lakho uhambe ni-process yethu ifuna ngomso loo nto leyo. Funa udlala ufuna ibhola esandleni ixexa ibhola ungene ebantwini so wonke umntu funeka benguye ngomso. So yeah, but akho excuses engasebenza for into ezenzekileyo or i-process ibinjani yonke laa nto.
Yeah, Khaniso, izinto esisifunde kakhulu apha kule toss kuyo zininzi kakhulu tata. Okokuqala kodwa sisivuyela nje opportunity uba sikwazi udlala kulo nyaka ukhumbule kaloku khange sidlale last year because of the pandemic. But zininzi kakhulu izinto but into besivuyela thina kuba noko sifumene opportunity sikwazi ukubuyela ebaleni. Kubunzima bonke ke le nto siyabethetha ngayo uba i-challenges that we had earlier in the year. And then i-lessons esinozithatha apha kule championship xa sizoya ke-end of the year tour is we need to be better in how we want to play the game. Funeka ngawume kancinci
uthe ufuna isiXhosa futhi cela isiXhosa futhi
xolo Khaniso. Okay tata, so kuzawufuneka thina indlela esifuna udlala ngayo nesikwazi ukuba siyimasterishe indlela esidlala ngayo because of thina igame umbhoxo ukuthi njenge-Springboks siyithatha as a pressure game nendlela esidefenda ngayo sifuna ufaka ucinezelo xa siba defend abantu nendlela esiatheka ngayo nendlela sometimes asifumane opportunity under kicking game yabona sifuna nje ucinezela all the time yabo siyiconvert to points yonke lonto but eyona nto endiyazi you're going to end of the year tour is that we're going to have to sibuyele start strength from British and Irish Lions series because of abadlali sabehlala nabo kola cala kila end of the year tour ngabafana bebedlala kula British and Irish Lions series so siyayazi ke ba amaqala overseas are physical ngabe UK are very physical nabo bane kicking game enhle ne weather conditions sometimes azivumi ba ibhola ihambe isandlile so kuzafuneka sitsale enzima sisebenze but nesithembisayo yona ne-supporters emakhaya we're gonna keep on fighting we will change things izinto zizawujika ne-results ezusiye bethetha ngazo zizawufumaneka ubonile le mpelaveki isuka kwindlela besidlala ngayo to be able udlala for 80 minutes like that against the All Blacks it shows but no sisendleleni right so hopefully ngomso ke sakwazi ukugqibezela for 80 minutes
ndiyabulela Magrotman.
Sure. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. Right, I think we have time for probably 3 more and then we wrap. So, Marnus Kok, we say good evening to you.
Hello, it's Marnus here. How are you, Msia?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Lekker, man. Yes, I was actually wondering, all the negative things in the media and on Facebook and on social media, what effect have that on you and your teammates? And also adding on that, what's now your message for your teammates for Saturday, if you don't mind, please?
Okay, thank you. Honestly, well, some guys read and some guys don't read the stuff on social media, and some can handle it and some can't handle it. But people are passionate about rugby in our country. We can't get upset at that, and people are allowed to have their own opinions, and people are hurting. People were happy with us, and now they're upset, obviously, and they're disappointed. And it's good, it's good for us. It's not good, obviously, that we're going through what we're going through right now, losing 3 games in a row. But people care. That's the thing. People care, and that this team means different things to different people. And I can't get upset at that, I'm also a fan. I watch my favorite sporting team. I get upset, and I also forget that, I get emotional and I react in different ways. So I can't get upset at people doing that. And everybody has
Which team do you support?
I support. Which way? Coach, please.
Which football team do you support? Liverpool. In South Africa?
I support Kaizer Chiefs. What do you mean? Yeah. So yeah, it is tough. I mean, it's tough. We're not only getting it from we get it from people that know us, friends and family know they also hurting. So it's understandable. I can't be upset at that. It hurts me too. We're hurting here. We're playing on the field. We're preparing the whole time to try and win the games, and we lose, and it's tough on us. And we understand what people are going through. We can't be upset at that. And for our teammates, all we're doing now is just we keep on working. We went back after the game. What could we have done? What did we leave out there? How many opportunities could we have taken? And you look at the game and you see that yes, we could have done better there. Our discipline, if it was better, if we didn't give so many penalties on the game, all those kind of things. Then we work again, and that's what we did this week. And all we can control tomorrow is obviously our discipline, what we do, and our attitude, and going in and giving it our best we can. That's all we can do. But people would. I would also hurt, but we hurting as well. If I was a supporter, I would also probably be in the same way. So yeah, all we can do. There's nothing like I said earlier. There is nothing any of us in this team or in the management that there's nothing we can say. The results is the only way we can speak, or our efforts and the way we show, and us not giving up on the field. Those are the things that will speak. Our actions, not the words. There's nothing I can say to change how people feel, only by the way we play tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. Right. Just want to check Ken and Ashfaq. Are those hands fresh questions?
Fresh for me, Ryan.
Okay, right. I'm gonna have one more round and then we greet. Okay, Ashfaq, fire away.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Sia, just in terms of the driving more, in the first Wallaby test, you guys scored 3 tries from there. But last week the All Blacks managed to sack it quite well there at the front. Have you identified sort of the issue there? Is it officiating or maybe something you guys can do better? And then secondly, are we going to see as many box kicks as we did last week?
We worked on it. We looked at the clips and we saw what we could do as players. We can't control officiating. We never look at that. And that's my responsibility as a captain. That's my responsibility to speak to the ref when we have conversation with the ref before the game and we talk about those things. And in the game as well, if we see it, we'll speak to him. But we looked at our game and we saw we can be better because it is a weapon of ours. So hopefully it can be better tomorrow. And regarding our game plan, our game plan gets us to where we want to be. And I think all we need to do is just to take those opportunities when we get there. So we're not going to change our game plan, but we're going to look in front of us and take the opportunities in front of us because that's why we do what we do to get in positions where we can play rugby. If you look at the World Cup, now we did the same thing. That's how we scored our tries. It was off not because we were playing amazing rugby. We got 10 overs and we were able to score those tries. I remember Chesney's try. Somebody knocked it on. Peter Steph picked it up and passed it to Damien, and it went on the wide channel. And we had a mismatch on the outside. That's where our kicking game gets us to, you know. And now what we're failing, we're just not taking those opportunities when we work all ourselves to get to a perfect position. Then we don't take those opportunities. So that's what we need to do. That's what we looked at as a team. Is that keep on doing what we're doing, but when the opportunity comes, no matter where it is, we take it and we take it because they're not going to present it all the time. I think we had 1 or 2 or 3 in the game on the weekend where we look at ourselves like that, you know, that could have been an opportunity or that one. So that's it. So our game plan will be similar than it's always been.
Right. We will give Adnan an opportunity and then we'll finish off with Fila. Adnan?
Thanks, Ryan. Sia and Stick. Just a question for Stick. If you look at the changes that the All Blacks made in the back line, especially the 2 wingers, Severis and Rico Ioane, obviously that's to counter the high ball. And then Brad Weber, just your thoughts on those changes.
If you look at their team, they probably, for me, that's probably their best possible team currently because of Anton Brown coming back with his experience and we know what he can do, you know, on the game. He's a very tough player. And Ioane at wing, he's on form. He's playing well, good rugby. Sivorisi has played against us. We know what he can do. He's very dangerous. He's with an X factor. So, and I think the team they've selected, it shows the respect between the 2 teams that we have, you know, even though they've won the championship already, but because of the nature of the game between the 2 of us, it will always be tough where they have to select their best team. That's exactly what we also have done. You know, we could have maybe see an opportunity to give other guys some opportunity, but we thought, you know what, we just need to make sure that we win this one. And then we have to select our best team. They've got a very, very good team. Weber, very busy. Is a problem around the breakdowns, you know, so he's going to challenge us also there. And I think if you look at the balance in that back 3, with the Jody Barrett also, you saw he had a massive game against us. So it's going to be tough for us. But once again, these are the games that we live for. You know, you want to be part of these games. These are the games when you look back after a couple of years, you're always going to remember them. So it's going to be tough. But once again, we're just going to do our best tomorrow to make sure that we make our supporters back at home also proud.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Adnan. Right, Fila?
Bulela Ryan, ngicela uyivala ngesixhosa mfaka baba. Ndingayivala ngesixhosa plastic.
Network yakho. Lethu uya tata.
Plastic ndifuna ungqala apha kuwe man. Sibonile umjikelo bendifuna unabe nje kancinci kulaa mbuzo kaKhanyiso. sibonile umjikelo wokuqala we-rugby champion we-United Rugby Championship kule mpelaveki sisuka kuyo. Yeyiphi yona nto uyibonileyo uba ningayithatha nina kula maqela aseMzantsi Afrika angamathathu ajatyushiweyo kunye nee-Lions ezi ziwinileyo, ninoyithatha niyifake kumdlalo wamabhokobhoko xa nizawuya ke kwelo khenketho lase-Northern Hemisphere ngoDisemba?
Pila, I think into besendiyithethile earlier on, i-challenges when you go to Europe. Imo yezulu yabaya i-different to kulena siqhele udlala kuyo kokuqala. Sometimes kuyabanda, kuyanetha. Bona ke abadlali bakhona xa bayiqhelile ezawetha. Yabo, eyona nto ibalulekileyo is to, because of between us and European teams, physicality is massive. The kicking game is massive. I think those are the. So I think nansi into izaba i-challenge kakhulu abakuthi. I think nawo lamaqela aseMzantsi Afrika adlala kwela cala ngoku anabayayiqonda loo nto ukuba physically nakwi-set pieces funeke sibe solid, sibe prepared. Eyona nto siyaziyo ke loyo thina, and kudala noko sadorisha kwela cala and siyazazi ii-challenges zakhona. I don't think izaba yingxaki for thina, but I think amaqela aseMzantsi Afrika, because of siqhele udlala kwi-Super Rugby, I think bayayiqonda ukuba it's a totally i-game difference xa uya kwela cala ngoku. So into esizadlungiselelana, I think kuyo sithi make sure uba sizabe si-prepared kwezo departments.
Seento ezincinci man, i-set piece ube yi-mall zibalulekile ke laa cala laa nto. Naxa ukhatyelwa ibhola uka-22 wakho funeka uphume ka-22 wakho, eli hlobo udlala ngalo ngokukhaba ibhola uyakwazi ukufumana laa bhola xa semoyeni, xa ukhabayo uwine ibhek. So zezo zinto thina xa sidlala eMzantsi Afrika namaqela ase-South Africa sibaleka nebhola, i-breakdown ibalulekile kakhulu napha kulaa cala nakuthi si-good loo. So zininzi izinto ezi-good kuzo, i-physicality sinayo, yabo. So and nebhola uxelile coach, imo yezulu ayifani, so ibhola ayikwazi uyifikisa kwelinye icala ngamanye amaxesha. So funeka ukwazi udlala ngebhola emanzi, uyazi uba iifowar zakhe ziyasebenza namhlanje, ibhola ukwazi ubeka ibhola engcineni. So zonke ezo zinto thina kudala siyaphaxo ngeminyaka. So lena kufuneka thina ndicinga iitim zethu zaseMzantsi ziyazi uba ungahamba uyodlala ehlobo odlala bona bazodlala ngehlobo odlala ngalo. Uyafana nehlobo odlala ngalo nathi ngoku.
Bulela madoda, enkosi.
Sure. Sure. Dankie Rian.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Stick. Thank you, Skipper. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for tuning in early morning South African time. We will speak to you then tomorrow evening Brisbane time after the match. Take care and enjoy the day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Ryan. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Sharp, Fila.